Quick legal disclaimer, I am not an electrician and use this information on the video at your own risk. Alright, here we have my son's birthday present, a Razor Dune Buggy. He's super stoked about this. The only downside is it does not come with a reverse gear. Since it's electric motor, all we need to do is change the polarity of the motor. So we're going to try this out. We've got this little project box, polarity switching switch. This is a waterproof, I guess you'd call it a conduit enclosure. And this also has a seal on it. So first thing we need to do is cut a hole for the gear. The plan is for this to go and install right here, so it'll be out of the way of his feet. And I'm going to use zip ties to lock it in the location. Plan to put the wires running through the back here, and then down through here to interact with the motor. All right, let's get started. All right, there's 4 little 5mm Allen bolts there, and then 5 Phillips head screws. The Allen bolts go here, and then the screw points are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Battery's been disconnected for safety here, and then this is the motor wiring. And now I need to get some appropriate sized wire. Looks like that's 14 gauge, which I think is going to require a run to the hardware store. All right. Size is going to be 21 by 25.5 centimeters. And I'm going to go ahead and make a hole with a Dremel right there in the center. So I've got 26 by 21. Let's go ahead and cut this. Ready to cut. Here's the Dremel cutting wheel. As always, hearing protection and glasses. All right, there's the cuts on the bottom side. You see there's little ticks. I'm going to go ahead and cut them out from the opposite side. If I were to do it again, I'd probably do it the opposite direction so it's cleaner on top. And here's our final cut. And then I'm going to take a bead of silicone there to waterproof this. All right, there's the silicone laid. I cleaned up the sides there. Looks like I got a little bit right there. I'm gonna have to wipe that down. Well, here's on the bottom. Use my drill press here to drill out an opening. Use one of these as the guide with the intent of using this little slide ridge here to lock the nut so that I don't have to hold it when I screw it in. That worked nicely. I can go ahead and tighten it up here. I don't have to hold the other side. There it is, locked in. Next thing I've done here is wrap the wire in electrical tape, and I've routed it down through the same opening there. Underneath the vehicle here, I'll zip tie all that together later. And then back out here to the motor wire. This is the motor wire. That's going to be to the motor going this way, to the controller going back. And I'm going to cut these right here in case I ever need to reverse it. I've got the wires with a 1-2 label here, so the blue tape is going to be number 2, number 1, and the wiring schematic is right there. I found this off the internet from a post like 5 years ago. Alright, here's my solder, old Radio Shack equipment, kind of dating myself. In full disclosure, I am not an electrician, so follow these instructions at your own risk. Alright, everything has been soldered now. I've got the shrink wrap ready to go. Go ahead and cover these back up. Alright, the wiring there you can see is complete. The 2 lines to the controller are snapped in, and then the motor line is snapped in. That wire is run back. I'm going to zip tie that a little cleaner. This is all zip tied back here, and then routed up through there, the waterproof controller. And now I'm going to link this here so it's down on the down tube. And to do that, rather than putting any holes in the frame, I'm going to use these griplock ties. If you ever checked out Mike Patey, he inspires me to build all kinds of crazy stuff, and this is a product of his which works really, really nicely. Alright, we're all wired up here. There's the instructions. Here's the final wiring. I've got the blue tape on there to show the controller side. I'm going to get this box closed up and then test it. Alright, final wiring. Now that makes more sense. Both poles are wired in. The top pole here goes to the reverse switch, which is then spliced to the motor here. Alright, putting it all together.
Turn it on.
Alright, buddy.
Dad, which way is reverse?
So, see the F? That's forward, N is neutral, and R is reverse.
Where does neutral mean?
It means it doesn't go forward or backward.
Let's try that.
Whoa, yep, there you go.